Hello friends and my dear students. So as we have discussed while loop in Java, and this time I'm going to give an example how to apply Java uh, while loop in Java program. I am taking an integer and getting its reversed just to check whether the integer entered is a palindromic integer. So how to do it? So let's move to Java, BlueJ. So here this is BlueJ screen where I have entered import java.util.scanner just to get the integer input, and over here public class while loop, or rather I can say this is the palindrome. Palindrome entered integer will be stored in variable and this time I'm going to use while loop, and to reverse a number I have to have another integer so that it can hold the original number. So I am taking its copy like n1. Now n1 is equal to n. So now this is a copy of the number you have entered. Okay. Now taking the loop, and since I have to get the remainder, and for getting the remainder I am declaring a variable like r as integer, and one more variable or identifier just to store the reversed value. So I'm giving the name as reverse, and I have to initialize this integer also. So this is now initialized to 0. Okay. Now while n is not equals to 0, so perform these steps as long as n is non-zero value. So here I am taking the remainder, I am dividing n by 10. So if n is fully divisible, it means it gives remainder 0, and if it is not fully divisible, so whichever value is not divisible and lesser than the denominator, it is treated as the remainder. So I have taken the remainder by dividing n by 10, and this is the modulo operator which gives the remainder. Taking the remainder, So when you divide integer n by 10 by modulo operator, then it will give the remainder. And this time I am going to give you one more step, which is reverse. So reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus r. So reverse is initially 0. So when you multiply 0 by 10, it will give you 0. But at the same time, I am adding the remainder to it. So the remainder will give you the value of the identifier rev. This is to store the reversed value. So first time it will take only remainder, as rev is initially 0, so 0 multiplied by 10 and plus remainder, so the value of rev will be the first remainder. And over here I'm going to divide n by 10, so it will reduce n step by step, and this way we are able to reverse the integer which we have entered. So once the remainder, whichever remainder comes in the next step, the identifier which is holding the reverse value will be multiplied by 10 and new remainder will be added to it. Okay, and after that, since the number is reversed, and now you can check whether you get the same number as palindromic number, which are read from both the direction and uh, gives the same pronunciation or gives the same value. So if rev is equal to n1, as n1 is a copy of n, and since n has been finished or got 0 by dividing it by 10 repeatedly, so in the end n will become 0, and as soon as n becomes 0, the loop is terminated, and during this repetition rev is created, n is being reduced, and remainder is taken. So I'm going to give here explanation comment reducing n here. Building a reverse of, so rev is created during this loop, and since this loop has been exhausted, now whatever value has been created here in this loop, this should be the reverse value of the number you have entered initially. So now check whether this value is equals to n1. n1 is a copy of n, because n is 0 now, and that is why it comes out of the loop. So check whether the number which we have built using this process, and if this is equals to n1 which we had copied earlier, and if this is, these two numbers are equal, it means the number is palindrome. System dot out dot println the integer entered by the user is palindromic integer. And if not equal to the number entered, then we must say system dot out dot println integer entered is not a palindromic integer. So program is completed, and I'm going to compile it. So there is no error, and this is time to run the program. Void main. Now it is asking for three. The integer enter is not a palindromic integer. And again, I am going to enter the integer which is palindromic. So again, run it. Void main. This time, why it is asking for the limit? Let's see. Yeah, I'm giving another number. This is 12321. So this number is a palindromic integer. Integer to be checked as palindromic integer. Now we can run it. Give the number. I'm giving 343. So the integer entered by the user is palindromic. So I have entered 343, and this is on reversing gives the same number, and that is why this integer is palindromic. Okay, so this way we can reverse the number and check the palindromic number. And in this program, I'm also going to show what is the reversed value. Over here, system.out.println the integer entered by you is and the reversed value is B. So now run this program. So it will show you the reverse value also, and if the reverse value is palindromic, it will show this is palindromic, otherwise it will show not a palindromic. So I'm giving the number like 465. So the integer entered by you 465, and the reverse integer is 564, and this is not the palindromic number. So this is the output. So hope you understood the program which I have created using while loop and a scanner class. So through scanner class, I got the integer entered, and after that used while loop and reversed the integer, and after reversing the integer, I checked whether this is the palindromic means uh, the value, enter the original value and the reversed value. If both are equal, then this integer is palindromic. Otherwise, this is not the palindromic integer. Hope you understood the program, and if you think this program is quite okay, kindly share it with your friends, and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so to get the notification of the program and when uploaded. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.